So, boss, thank you for joining us. First of all, a very happy New Year to you, and it must have been a great way to end 2020, win over the rival Southend.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you and everyone. Yeah, very much so. First and foremost, I think it was important that we got back to winning ways. Don't matter who it was against, because wherever our performances have looked like in recent games, the results haven't been good enough. So we were very, very conscious of the fact that we wanted to get back to winning a game of football. So that was important. But then, obviously, when you come up against your opposition being Southend, it's very important to win. And I think what I was really pleased about was we got a clear message across to the players and the staff of how important the game was from that perspective. But then at the same time, how important it is to our fans, to us as a club, to go and get a result against your rivals.
Absolutely. Obviously, coming into the new year gives you a chance to kind of reflect back on the year we've had, and I think it's fair to say that there's been some real progress made.
I think so. I think there'll be people out there that probably don't, but I think it's from my perspective. I think from a personal and a selfish perspective, it's there's been a lot of progress made. There's a lot clearer idea about my day-to-day responsibilities and how I go about them, and that's a big part of my development and making sure that we get better. Is obviously, that falls on my shoulders. So I'm very pleased with how that's progressing. I think, like always, there's going to be areas and things that we need to improve on, and that'll always be the case. No matter how well a year goes, you're always going to have those opinions. But I think on the whole, we've taken strides forward. I think we end the year in a good place. We could be in a better one, but I think there's a lot more to look forward to as we go into 2021.
We talk about improvement, and obviously that's something that is across the board, but on an individual basis, it must be really pleasing to see Connor Wilkinson hit 10 goals for the season.
Very much so, yeah. Like you said, there's been a number of things that you can take into consideration when it comes to improvement, but Connor's contribution's been excellent. I think it was 6 goals last year, 5-6 goals last year. So to get to Christmas and have the tally that he's got already with so much more football to play, he's really positive. I'm pleased with his contribution. I think there's more and more to come. I mean, Connor's got the ability to be one of the best strikers in the league, which he is showing. But I think if he strives for more and he can keep his focus, there's a hell of a lot more to come in the half of the season.
Well, tomorrow we're welcoming Salford City, a club obviously we know very well from some of the National League and the games last year. But it's a new face in the dugout for Salford now.
Yeah, and obviously a manager that's experienced success in recent times. So he's obviously goes there with a really strong reputation, which would be why Salford have gone and got him. I know there's an attachment for him to to the area, to the people that are employing him, I suppose. So that means a little bit more to people when that happens. But I'm sure he's trying to. We can see it in our preparation that he's really trying to hammer home his ideas and his plans to improve and make them a better team. So we all know what Salford are about. We all know what they've got at their disposal. But we're looking forward to the test.
Obviously, they're going to be hoping to be at the top end of the table coming into the season. But in terms of on the pitch, what exactly can we expect from Salford?
A very good team, very good individuals, certainly. I think when you look through their squad, there's some real quality players. There's some real quality players that have come from good clubs or good upbringing. So we know that individually they're going to be a real tough nut to crack. I think they've a team that have evolved since we would have experienced playing against them last. You see a different style, different brand of football that they'll be playing. So, like you said, it's a club that's expected to be at the top end of the league. But pressure does come with that. But at the same time, it'll be a very difficult game.
In terms of Leyton Orient, Tim Jackanola came in on Tuesday and I thought put a fantastic performance in at centre back.
Yeah, Tunji's been he's been a great player for us to sign. When we do our research on the individuals, it's as much about their characteristic as it is about their ability on the pitch, to be honest. And I was guaranteed from the people that I would trust at West Ham that he was going to be the right type of character and fit in first loan, and he's done that. I thought when he stepped in at right back for Sam, albeit not being his first choice position, we always knew it was a role that he could play. I thought he acquitted himself well, and like any young player in their first loan, it takes a bit of time to see something and stay in the team because it's a new experience for him. So I was really pleased when we gave him his chance in his preferred position on against Southend that he's taken it with both hands. Been really impressed with him.
And then just finally off the pitch, we saw Miles Judd headed to Barnet on loan. I think short term initially with a view to the end of the season. Is that a good opportunity for Miles?
Oh, without doubt. This season's been a rocky season for Miles because of injury and being so stop-start for him. It hasn't got going at all. Every time it has, it's been another setback that's come. So, like a number of our players that are not playing, it's important that he gives himself the opportunity to go and get games under his belt, give himself the opportunity to build and get some match minutes into his legs so that he really gives himself a chance for the second half of the season. Whether that be with us or whether the loan stretches further, I suppose will remain to be seen. But no, the priority is for anybody like that's in Miles' situation and has had the type of season that he's had, that he goes and gets football.
And with loans at the club, obviously the likes of Jordan Thomas and Tunja Kanola, usually there's kind of break clauses around January. Have they been negotiated and a conversation with the players about that?
Conversation certainly with the players. Yep. I think the next phase of that is with their clubs to make sure that to establish whether or not they're happy for us to continue to take those players or not. So, like a lot of the negotiations with regards to potential new players coming in, it's very similar on that front. I suppose as soon as the Salford game sort of comes and goes, then we're obviously into the window and those time periods, if you like, for those clauses start to come into play. So we'll be working on those certainly over the next few days.
Just finally, I believe this would be your final game in self-isolation. Must be beating down the door to get back out there and back on the training pitch.
I'm beating down the door just to get outside, to be honest. Standing outside on your front drive, letting the dog have a wee ain't really my ideal of escaping. So I think, definitely something I'm looking forward to. What I would say is that the staff have been great in terms of embracing my Zoom calls and phone calls and WhatsApp messages consistently throughout every day. I think delivered things exceptionally well in terms of the Southend game, and it was something I think I mentioned to you last time we were on, that we weren't particularly happy with the way that we set up for the Cambridge game in terms of communication, etc. And we certainly improved that. The stream's a tough one for me to watch, and being back at home on track of days, was it Tuesday, to play Southend was a lot easier for us. So everybody's really mucked in and done their jobs well. But I've got to be honest, doesn't matter how many we win, not being there is very, very difficult. So I can't wait to get back into training, and then obviously all going well, the Carlisle game after that.